We'll begin lying down. You can elevate your head with a blanket or a firm pillow. You want your spine to be aligned so that your chin isn't tilted back. And then you just open your arms out to the sides, palms up. You can let your feet flop open. Close the eyelids and just begin the first few moments of your practice taking a few conscious breaths. We're keeping the lips closed. We're breathing in and out through the nose, really through the back of the throat. As we inhale, we feel the chest expand. As we exhale, we feel the body release. As we inhale, we feel the rib cage expand. As we exhale, we feel the body release. Shoulders, neck, jaw, eyes relaxing. We feel the right and left shoulders coming into balance. We feel the right and left hips coming into balance. Chin tips down toward the chest a little bit. Back of the neck long. We'll take 3 more breaths here. We're going to take a 3-part inhale. So when we breathe in, we're going to feel the inhale in our belly, rib cage, and chest. Belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale fully. Inhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale fully. One more, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale fully. One more breath here. We'll breathe in, fill up the lungs. Hold at the top, sip in a little more air, and then open the mouth. Sigh the breath out. It's really important to just take these moments at the beginning to allow the body to relax and open, allow the mind to clear. We're going to start to let our head rock from side to side, keeping the arms heavy, hands and fingers relaxed. We're not picking up the head or anything. We're just letting it roll to each side, roll from side to side, breathing and moving. And then we're going to let our head eventually come back to center. We're going to walk our feet back onto the mat. We'll draw both knees into the chest, one hand on each kneecap just below the knees. We'll rock the hips side to side a little bit. Rock the hips side to side. Just massage across the low back. Breathing. Whenever you notice your breath getting shallow, just invite it to deepen. Come back to center. One hand on each kneecap. We're going to circle the knees around to the right. Keep the knees together and just circle the thighs. Notice your tailbone and sacrum area are rolling up and down. So we're circling the legs, we're warming up the hips, and we're also rolling out that lower spine. So do about 5 or 6, maybe even 10 circles to each side, whatever you feel like you need. And then we're going to reverse directions, go the opposite way, rolling the thighs around in the hip sockets, keeping those shoulders relaxed. Breath is flowing. Go as far in each direction as you can without forcing anything. Circling those thighs. When you finish the other way, just come back to center. Try to keep your knees close to each other and just hug those thighs down a little closer to your chest. Reach the tailbone down. The tailbone's going to want to roll up. Reach it down. Relax your shoulders. Pull those thighs in. Stretch the hip flexors. Take a deep breath. Big inhale. Full exhale. Notice how when you do that, your body finds a little more space. Now just loosen up your grip. Bring those hands back to the kneecaps. Pull the thighs apart this time and start to circle the thighs around in opposing directions. So now we're circling in opposing directions. We're really warming up those hip sockets, circling the thighs, circling the thighs. We'll do about 5 or 6 each way. And then we'll go the opposite way, circle. Now, as you're doing these things, if you notice one side or one way feels a little more, arduous, difficult, you can do a few more in that direction so that you're kind of bringing things back to balance. You're giving your body attention where it needs a little more, depending on the side or the direction. So now we're coming back to center. We're hugging those knees in one last time. We're going to keep the right knee in and extend the left leg out on the ground. And just hug that right thigh in. Again, just notice how the shoulders tend to get a little tense and relax them. Draw that thigh down toward your chest. Extend the left leg out on the ground. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Relax the shoulders, spine, neck, jaw. And then we're going to place our hands at the back of that right thigh. We're going to bring the knee over the hip, okay? And then we're going to extend the heel up toward the ceiling. So now if your leg kind of drifts down or back, try to keep that knee over the hip. Your leg might look a little more like that. Maybe your knee doesn't straighten all the way. That's okay. Just hold the alignment and attempt with your knee over your hip to straighten that leg. And then you're going to really be activating the hamstring and especially behind the knee. And then we're going to bend and we're going to extend. Do this about 5 times. Notice how I'm keeping this buttock down. I'm not letting it pull up. That's another important thing. We're trying to really activate the back of that leg, the back of the hip. Extend and bend. Shoulders stay relaxed. Extend, bend. One more. Extend, bend, and then release. Release the right leg to meet the left leg. Take a pause, just a brief pause. Let your hips and shoulders reset. Take a full breath in and exhale it out. And then we're going to draw that left knee in. Hands around the shin. You can also hold the back of the thigh. So both sides. If this makes your shoulders come up or makes your shoulders too tense, you can hold the back of the thigh, okay? So keep that in mind. Breathe into it, relaxing those shoulders, the neck. And then if your hands aren't on the back of your thigh, place them there. Bring that knee over the hip. Draw that left buttock down to the ground. Don't let it lift up. Extend the heel up toward the ceiling. Remember, your knee might look more bent like this, but if your hamstring is at its edge, you're fine. Just keep that knee over the hip. Extend, bend, extend, bend, breathing and moving. Extend, bend, extend, bend. Last one. Extend and bend. Good. We're going to release that left leg out to meet the right leg. We'll extend our arms up above the head, extend the feet out, point the toes, flex the feet back here. So point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Rotate the toes out and in, out and in. You can open your feet a little wider apart and rotate in and out, in and out, in and out. And then just relax. Bring your arms down, bend your knees, roll over to one side, push yourself up to a seat. Come on over to your hands and knees. Bring your big toes together, knees apart, knees a little wider than hips. We're just going to press back. This is called child's pose. So let's just warm up a little bit. Breathe in as you come forward. Breathe in. Breathe out as you press back. Head down. Breathe in. Just warming up the hips. Breathe out. Remember to put a little padding under your knees if you need it, depending on what you're practicing on. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Last one. Exhale back. Stay this time. You can bring your elbows down. You can let your forehead come down to the ground. I'm going to give you a link to order these blocks and a blanket and a strap. So you can put your forehead on something, a pillow, a blanket, if it doesn't quite reach the floor or if it's a struggle to get it there. Try to keep the back of your neck long so we're not looking forward like that. And then really sink the hips back as heavy as you can without forcing anything. And just take a couple of breaths into the middle back. So I remember there's a place in your back that's a little, kind of locked up, which we all have those places. So I want you to focus right there as you breathe. Just focus on your middle back area. As you breathe, just a couple of breaths. Inhaling into the middle back. Exhaling middle back. Where the breath goes, energy flows. Breathe into the middle back. Breathe out. Where the breath goes, energy flows. Start to bring yourself up. Come up to your hands and knees. Inhaling into cow pose. Exhaling into cat. Breathing in as you bend the spine backwards. Breathing out as you round the spine forward all the way through the neck. Breathing into cow. Breathing out to cat. Breathing in. Breathing out. Parallel, not turned out toes, parallel. My knees can be a little bit unlocked. If I notice my knees are collapsing in, I'm going to rotate them out a little bit and really feel a lifting engagement on the inner thighs. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to relax through the upper body. I'm going to pull my lower body in and just hang forward. Really let the head drop down. Relax the arms. Again, if your hands aren't quite at the floor, you can use your blocks. But you want to try to have your elbows bent and your arms really relaxed so you're not bracing yourself with your arms and shoulders. Your legs are holding you up. Your belly's engaged so your upper body can just hang. And my chin is tipping up and I'm looking up toward my belly button. And then we're just going to take a couple of breaths here. We're going to inhale up the legs. Exhale down the back. Inhale up the legs. Exhale down the back. One more. Inhale up the legs. Exhale down the back. Nod the head. Shake the head. Relax. Just feel like you're a rag doll. This is actually usually called a rag doll forward fold. And then we're going to bend our knees a little more. Chin stays down. Head is heavy. Arms are just dangling. As we round our way up to standing, head comes up last. Back onto our mat. We're going to lay on the belly and just take a little spine strengthening here. So we're going to bring our hands beside our chest, elbows point up and they hug in, forehead down, tops of the feet down. And we're just going to simply lift our chest up because we're bending the spine backwards. And then we're going to lower. We're going to inhale, lengthen forward, bend back. Notice I'm not going like that and pushing my chin forward. I'm keeping my chin down so my thoracic spine can do more of the work. Exhale down. Inhale up. I can lift my hands up to make sure I'm not using my arms, but I'm really using my back. Exhale down. My glutes are a little engaged so my lower back stays nice and stable. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, bend the spine backwards, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale and exhale. All the way down. Now, we're going to take the yoga strap, or you can use a towel if you don't have your strap. Hold it behind your back with your palms facing up. Create a little resistance, pull like you're trying to stretch the belt. You're looking straight down. And you're just going to lift your arms up off your back and then lower them down. You can keep your forehead down on the mat and just lift your arms up and lower them down. Lift them up, lower them down. If you can lift your arms and then bend your spine backwards and you can keep that strap in the air without it dropping down to your body, you can do that and lower. Otherwise, you keep your forehead down and just lift the arms because we want this to be in the shoulders. And if you're not feeling it too much in the shoulders, bend your elbows a little bit as you lift the arms and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and lower. Now we're going to set the strap to the side. Bring the arms beside the body, palms up. Turn the head to the right, left ear on the mat. Arms are relaxed, legs and feet are relaxed. The more I feel that left ear on the mat, more than my cheek, the more I'm in the full range of motion of my neck. Breathe in fully. Shoulder head's heavy. Breathe out fully. Belly relaxes. Inhale, turn the head gently the other way. Right ear on the mat. Shoulder head's relaxing.
The closer I am to having the ear on the mat, the more I'm in the full range of motion of my neck. But I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to breathe and relax. Usually it's tightness around the shoulders that's keeping my neck from turning. So I'm going to relax around the shoulders. Elbows are slightly bent. Hands and fingers relaxed. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. Forehead comes back to center. I'm going to press myself up. Back. Just stretch back to child's pose here. One last time. Stretch back. And then we'll turn. Lie down on our back again. We'll just do a couple more things. Our right ankle over our left thigh. I like to get that ankle bone just on the outside of the thigh. So feel your ankle bone just outside your left thigh. So you're in a really good alignment. Your top foot is flexed. And then you just bring this bottom leg, this left leg into your chest. Thread the needle. You can hold around the back of that left thigh. You try to keep your spine fairly flat. You don't want to let your buttocks roll up too much like that. You want to keep the tailbone heavy. Square off the hips. And then take 5 breaths here. Breathe in fully. Shoulders relaxing. Breathe out fully. This left foot can be relaxed. Right foot is flexed to keep your knee nice and stable. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. If your neck is out of alignment here, put the blanket back under the back of your head. But hopefully, pretty soon, you won't need to do that at all. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. One more breath here. And we're going to release our hands. We're going to uncross the legs. Place the feet on the ground. Take a breath. Reset. And then we're going to cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Feel that the ankle bone is just past the thigh. And then thread the needle, right knee toward the chest. You can hold the back of that right thigh. You can hold around the front. But I think for you, it's probably better to hold the back right now and keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Square off your hips. Left foot is flexed. Right leg can be totally relaxed. Right foot relaxed. Tailbone heavy. 5 breaths. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. Those hips stay square. If you notice you're leaning or tilting to one side, really center off your hips. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. One more breath. Breathing in fully. Breathing out fully. And releasing the hands, uncrossing the legs. Bring the knees in. We'll do one final spinal twist and then we'll be done. So we'll fan the arms open. We're going to let the knees come over to the side. Both knees to the side. Your knees are in line with your hips. Your ankles are right down from your knees. So you don't want to be like that or like that. You want to really set it up mindfully. So knees are stacked. Now, if you're needing a little more space, you can put one of your blocks under the bottom leg. Put one of your blocks under the bottom leg. It's going to give you a little more space. You can support your left shoulder with a blanket. So the most important thing for you is to get those shoulders relaxed right away. So this left arm can be bent. The right arm should be relaxed. And then just take some deep breaths into that left shoulder if it feels tight, okay? You can take your right hand, put it on this top leg for a little leverage too. And then just take 5 deep breaths. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. You can look straight up at the ceiling. You can look over your left shoulder. That might be cause a little strain. So just do whatever you find the most easy to relax. Relax in those shoulders. One more breath here. Exhale completely. And then we're going to shift back through the middle. We're going to set it up on the other side. So let me turn this way so you can see the front. So we're going to, again, bring those knees up. They're on my left side now. My right arm is opening out to the side. My knees are in line with my hips and my ankles are in line with my knees. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm like this. I'm fanning my arms open. If my right shoulder doesn't go down easily, I'm going to just put something under it for now to help it relax. Put something under this bottom leg, a pillow, my yoga block. And then I'm going to take my 5 quality breaths, breathing in fully,
Breathing out fully. I'm going to really focus on letting my shoulders relax. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. I can take my left hand on my right thigh if I need a little leverage. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. Breathe in fully. Breathe out fully. One more breath. At the bottom of your exhale, just shift back to center. Move everything out of the way if you have time. You can just lay for at least a second, one good breath with your feet open, your arms open, palms up. Just let your body align itself against the firm, flat surface of the floor. Notice how you feel. Hopefully the mind is more clear. The body is more aligned and supple, and you're more connected to your breathing. Namaste.